All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're diving into your ultimate game plan for the CELPIP speaking test. We're going to break down everything, and I mean everything you need to know for exam day, step by step. So let's just get this out of the way. You know that feeling you get right before a big test? The nerves, the butterflies in your stomach? Yeah, that's totally normal, especially for a test as important as this one. Trust me, you're not alone in feeling that way. But here's the thing. Today, we're going to flip that script. We're turning that anxiety into pure confidence. And how are we going to do that? With a clear, super straightforward game plan. The goal is for you to walk into that test center feeling totally prepared and in control. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the moment you actually arrive. This is Section 1, your exam day setup. We're covering all the practical stuff, the logistics you need to nail down before the test even kicks off. Think of this like your pre-game warm-up, right? Super simple. Step 1, get there at least 30 minutes early. Seriously, this just gets rid of any last-minute stress. Step 2, have your valid ID, like your passport, out and ready to go. And Step 3, they'll point you to your assigned computer station. That's it. 3 easy steps for a smooth start. So what's it actually going to look like when you get in there? Well, you'll have your own little cubicle. It's got a computer, headphones, and a mic, your whole setup. Now, just so you know, it is a controlled environment. There are supervisors and cameras, but don't let that throw you off. They're just there to make sure the test is fair for everybody. Okay, so you're settled in your seat. Now what? Let's move on to Section 2, your allowed moves. This is where we talk about the tools and actions you can, and absolutely should, use to your advantage. Think of these as your in-game power-ups. For real, you can use the paper they give you to scribble down some quick notes. You can raise your hand if your mic is acting weird or something. And, this is a big one. You've got to use that prep time. Those few seconds are golden for structuring your thoughts. Speak clearly, be consistent, and you're playing to win. All right, just as important as knowing what to do is knowing what not to do. So Section 3 is all about the moves to avoid. These are the hard and fast rules you need to follow so everything goes smoothly. Okay, listen up, because this is the big one. The number one most important rule. Absolutely no phones. No smartwatches, no electronic gadgets of any kind. This isn't a suggestion, it's a zero-tolerance policy. So make sure all that stuff is powered down and tucked away before you even walk in that room. And that brings us to notes. Now, we just said you should take notes, right? But here's the catch. You have to use the paper and pencil they give you at the center. Don't bring your own stuff. They've got you covered with everything you need right there. And just a few other quick rules to keep in mind. No chatting with other test takers. Obvious, right? Also, try not to make a lot of noise or distracting gestures. And here's a key one. You can't just get up and go to the bathroom during the speaking section. The clock doesn't stop, so plan ahead for that. Okay, we've gone over the setup, the rules, the do's and the don'ts. Now for the fun part. Section 4 is where we get into your winning strategy. These are the proactive things you can do to really perform at your peak. Your success really starts the day before. Get a good night's sleep so you're actually sharp and focused. Eat a light breakfast. You want energy, not to feel sleepy. And this one is so important. Practice with a timer. Seriously, getting used to that clock ticking down is a massive advantage. So what's the secret sauce? What are the evaluators actually looking for? Here it is. They want complete, natural, and coherent responses. Notice what's not in there. Complicated vocabulary, or perfect accent. It's all about communicating your ideas in a way that makes sense, that flows. And really, when it comes down to it, so much of this is just about staying calm in the moment. Here's a tiny trick that works wonders. Before each task starts, just take one slow, deep breath. It's so simple, but it can totally reset your focus and calm those nerves, letting you give the best answer you've got. So there you have it. That's the game plan. We've covered the setup, your power-ups, the fouls to avoid, and your winning strategy. You've got all the pieces, you have everything you need to walk in there and do great. So the only question left is, now that you know the rules of the game, how are you going to play it?